Why do you think Ubasani will not get his re-election?
There are many reasons, but I'll give you two reasons. One, he has not performed. He has underperformed. Two, he has shown to be a great betrayer by his actions. You see, I have watched video of Ubasani where he said that when El-Rufai referred to him as his friend, he said, no, El-Rufai is out of humility that he refers to him as his own friend, that he's not a friend to El-Rufai, that he's a boy to El-Rufai. He has praised El-Rufai in a way that you begin to see El-Rufai as being above mistakes. Yet today he's behind the persecution of El-Rufai. This is over 90 days El-Rufai is in detention. He has not gone to visit El-Rufai. He has not gone to visit the family. He has not done anything to see that El-Rufai is released. And El-Rufai almost single-handedly, not almost, he single-handedly brought him as governor. As a matter of fact, El-Rufai did wrong to the people of Kaduna State because the election of Ubasani was rigged from about two local governments. Ubasani did not win. El-Rufai supported the rigging out of Ashiru Kudan, who was the PDP candidate in 2019, was it 2023? Honorable Ashiru Kudan won the election, but he was rigged out by El-Rufai and then with other stakeholders. Now, the person who benefited that is the governor, or is the current governor, Ubasani, and today he's behind the persecution. See, these weak minds, he has not performed. Kaduna State, the execution of projects stopped after El-Rufai left office. And this, I said two reasons, but I'll give you more. Another reason is that the opposition have taken over in the entire North. The entire North opposition parties have taken over. What are the opposition parties? The ADC and the NDC have taken over in the North. You go to states, it is either ADC is leading, I'm talking about North, or NDC is leading. But I want to salute the courage of one person. And if Nigerians are actually serious about having quality leaders, they should also be looking at begging the likes of Sereke Dixon in the next election to come and contest. He is an honorable man. People, especially everywhere you go in the North, they say, no, this man is honorable. This man is reliable. And I've been asking people, what kind of a man is this? They say, no, once he gives his word, his words are binding. These are the kind of people, it's rare to find people like that. That's why people see how people are moving into NDC. He's single-handedly, that's leadership, capacity, and critical thinking. He was able to bring a party to help Nigerians. So I've given you the reasons why Ubasani, I'll mention other governors that I will tell you that, like Kebbi is gone already. However, Kebbi can bring in, with buying of votes and rigging, he might win. But in the case of Ubasani, nothing, he's gone. But Kebbi can bring in billions of naira, intimidation, beating, and killing of people, he will be able to win. So, if not,
which other governor is gone?
Well, by my calculation, it's almost impossible. Let me not talk about North again. Let it not be about another. We are discussing about the entire country. Sure. Let me go to Southeast. I don't think Enugu State Governor will be able to make it. Why? Because of the obedient movement, the party NDC. Why Abia State will still is likely going to win is because he has performed well. Average, you cannot say he has performed. So, and then, but Enugu State, with this movement, you see the enthusiasm, they believe in Peter Obi, will flush most of them out.
But there are those who said that Peter Obi leaving the coalition of the ADC and going to the NDC, that he has fragmented the opposition and weakened the opposition, making it easier for APC to fly away. What's your argument?
It's not true.
Why do you say so?
Because if he had remained, and if he had remained, I analyzed this some times back. It is either he remains together with them, his presidential candidate, or that would have been easier to defeat Tinubu without easier in the sense that even with intimidation of security agencies, buying of votes, Tinubu would not be able to survive it. If Atiku supports him as presidential candidate, or he becomes a presidential candidate to Atiku. So, but we have gone past that. He's a candidate now, and what you should understand is that the P2B as presidential candidates, we share votes with President Tinubu even in Southwest. Atiku will also share some votes with President Tinubu in Southwest. So it's not about fragmenting the votes. What is there? I see, except something is done, more than 70% of Nigerians are very angry with President Tinubu. So how do you expect? So even with P2B leaving the opposition party, it cannot help President Tinubu because most Nigerians see him as a president for the Yoruba people. And when you say this, based on his appointments, in Ondo State, you have more ministers, or about the same number of ministers, from Ondo State alone with the entire of the Southeast. It's not something that we are just talking. Look at the number of ministers. Senior ministers from Ondo State alone, there are more than or about the same number with the ministers from the entire of the Southeast. What do I mean? When you give a junior minister, it's just because you want to satisfy the constitutional provision that a minister must come from each state of the federation. But you have not given them a minister. If not of recent, Anambra was not having a minister. Now, you say a whole of Anambra, you are giving a junior minister? Look at all the states in the Southeast. So when you look at all of these states, you see that the concentration of power is in the Southwest. The concentration of power is in the Southwest. And only the people of Southwest cannot produce a Nigerian president. So how do you expect Tinubu to win? Except something is done miraculously.
If we use the APC primaries as a criteria of the forthcoming elections, he scored 10.9 million votes in the APC primaries. Is it not a sign? And you saw people trooping out to vote for him. Is it not a sign of acceptability? You say he cannot win.
Well, actually, I thought he was going to score up to 60 million in the APC primaries. I was shocked that it was only 10 point something million or so, because it is not the number of APC card-carrying members that vote. It was just a figure that was written, and you can write any figure. Even you can sit down here and write figure for yourself that you pick a political party now, you write figure for yourself that you have won with, since he won with about 10 million, you can write 15 million for yourself. You can write it on your paper here now. It's not, it doesn't cost anything for you to write on the paper. But it's just writing. Where are the people? In the last election, how many votes did he get?